Hi, my name is Serge, and today we'll take a closer look at Mage Knight Ultimate Edition. Mostly it will be a positive review because I ranked this game at 9.5 out of 10. I love this game, this is one of my favorites. Unfortunately, it is leaving my collection. I'm selling it. You see, I do love heavy board games, but I don't have any friends to play them with. And I don't like to play them solo because I do like the social aspect. So I don't have much choice but to play more casual games with my family and friends. And it is counterintuitive, but to find a good casual game is a pretty hard task because it has to be simple so that I could explain the rules in 10 minutes or so, and the player should understand them and enjoy the game from the very first play. Secondly, the game does need to provide certain strategic choices so that players can explore them in the following games. Also, the game should provide a very fun social experience. In this search for the perfect game, every month I buy a couple of games. I learn the rules, I teach them to my family, and we test the game. Then we decide whether we want to keep the game or sell it. Over here, you can see our pile of the games that we are selling. Unfortunately, Mage Knight is joining that pile. Not because it is a bad game. This is an amazing game. I'm selling it just because I cannot enjoy it with my family. Now let's take a closer look at the game and I'll give you more details. And here I have a small surprise for you. And this is just to illustrate the first point which I want to make. As you can see, I can fit one more game inside of this huge box. The box is so big that it doesn't fit in the regular shelf and it takes a lot of space. And here I show that the components take just half of the space of this box, so it was not necessary to create it so big. This is something that I don't like, I don't appreciate. The rule books are great. They go into detail and explain the game really well, but there are a lot of them. So we have one book here, 24 pages in a very small font. Then you would have to read game walkthrough. That's another 20 pages of small text. And then, of course, expansions, because this is Ultimate Edition. We have all the expansions. So you will have to read a little bit more. It will take you hours, if not days, to go through all this and to memorize all of this. Once you understand the rules, the game is very simple. But the problem is that in my case, I have not played this game for maybe 2 years. And now, even though I'd like to play it again, it will take me hours, if not days again, just to refresh my memory on how to play this game. So this is a big negative of such games. If you start playing them, you have to keep playing, otherwise you will forget the rules and then you will have to start all over again. So next, let's take a look at the cards. There are a lot of them, but they make sense. Like, they are very well done. A nice design, nice text. We have more cards and more cards and more cards. So it's a lot of cards, but they combine into a very nice ecosystem that deliver a very nice story. Like, this game does feel like as if you are reading a book with a story. And I really like the damage cards, which then go into your hand and they slow you down so you can actually feel that your character is damaged and cannot perform as well as it used to perform. So next, let's take a look at the components. And I had to get a planner box to keep all these components inside. So nothing fancy except for the character tokens that are more or less good. I don't really like the tokens for all the bad guys. I wish they were a little bit better. And lastly, the map. I really like that this map is different every time, which turns this game into exploration. Like, every game is uniquely different, and every game will give you new sets of challenges. Also, what I like that with the extension, you're getting this bad character who is moving on the map together with you, and he is influencing all your strategies. So some games there could be really high tension because he gets closer to you and you have to run away. Some games he keeps his distance and you have more time to explore and look for more cards, more treasures. So here we are. I really like this game and I highly recommend it to anyone who likes heavy games, and especially if they like to play solo. Like, in my opinion, this is the best solo game ever. I hope that they will eventually create version 2 of this game. They will streamline certain aspects and maybe make the components more premium. At that time, I'm definitely buying it again and it goes back into my collection. If you're still watching, thank you so much for sticking around. This is my first video for this channel and I have 0 subscribers, so I would really appreciate if you could hit that subscribe and like button to help my channel grow. Thank you so much. See you next time.